it ended up taking me upon myself.
Hit that like button,
But the wealthier they were, the more dysfunctional their families were.
Hit that like
That was a belief system I started to cultivate. And you were like, I don't want to become wealthy because then I'll have a dysfunctional family. Well, I didn't know that until I got married when I was 29. And we were in debt, we were broke, and I was spending years trying to make money, and nothing was working. And I actually became a victim about it. I'm like, I'm helping like thousands of people around the world. I'm helping them become wealthy. I'm helping them break through to all their hopes and dreams. And I have nothing to show for it. And I remember walking down New York City, I was living there at the time, and I said, I was kind of a victim of...
And this right here, this is a video on manifestation, because like I said before, gang, you know, every day we manifest, right? Every day, no matter what we're doing, we manifesting, you know what I'm saying? Every time. On the way to step in this building, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But I like the way, you know, how he putting it, David Guillaume. And I don't want to butcher his name, David Guillaume. Shout out to David Guillaume. I'm watching the Lewis Howes podcast. Let me subscribe to it. I thought I was subscribed to his podcast, gang. Lewis Howes, he be having some intelligent people on the podcast, man. A lot of people that's dealing with consciousness, manifestation, so on and so forth. You feel me? But listen to him, man. Just hearing him out. Listen. Just check him out.
I was talking to the universe. I'm like, why can't I get my break? And then I realized, why am I screaming at God? This energy called God or the creator is endless, infinite, and wants to give me everything. I need to change my vessel. So then I had to look inside myself and find where the sabotaging belief system was. And what I found was...
He said one key word right there though already. The power that's in him, the godlike power that's in him already wants to give him his big break. You feel me? That's one thing he did notice. He said that. And I like how he pointed that out. He said that godlike power that's in me, it wants to give me my break. You feel me? It wants to give you your break. You got to know that, though. Some of y'all that think that, yo, you ain't going to never get this break. You ain't going to never get your big day. You ain't going to, it'll never fall in your hand, gang. That's not true. You know, that's not true. A lot of times, it'll fall right in your hand. All you got to do is believe. And I'm a strong person of believing nowadays, because back in the days, I used to didn't believe, man. Believing wasn't something you could tell me. Definitely not when it comes to the manifestation part and, you know, shaping your reality. I wasn't one of those who believed that. Like, yo, I can do what with what? If I thought what and what? You know what I'm saying? And if I believe what? Put a little magic, little belief magic in there. But that's basically what he's saying, gang. And I like how he tapped on that, you know. I like how he tapped that off. If y'all can't hear me, man, let me know.
Wealth equals kids who go to drugs. Wealth equals kids who want to commit suicide. Wealth creates people who take advantage of you.
He said wealth creates kids who want to, you know, get on drugs. People who want to commit suicide. Wealth create those things. Why is he saying wealth create that? You know what I'm saying? Why would he say wealth create that? You know, that's something I want to understand. I want to know, why would he even believe that wealth will create these type of problems in people? Why, you know, don't get it twisted. We see a lot of rich people that be doing some crazy shit. They go crazy. They start losing their marbles, it seemed like. But why is he admitting it though? Like, yo, wealth create these type of people, these type of things, these type of problems. You feel me?
Because this is what I learned teaching Hollywood and teaching people in Beverly Hills.
They were saying this is what's happening in my life, and everyone's trying to take money from me, and people only call me when they need money, and no one's appreciative when I give them money, and it's never enough, or whatever it might be.
Exactly.
Yeah. More problem. My kids, I keep spending money on them, and they're ungrateful, or whatever.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how many calls I got. My kid is in drugs, he doesn't want to leave his room, he's suicidal. I'm like, you are...
Hey, he right, though. Let me share this, man. I got to share this live. At the end of the day, he is right, though, gang. I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know about it.
Type A person that make anything happen, you would think that your children will feel that vibration.
Not all the time.
Want to be like you, be with you. But what I was realizing was it was the opposite. Now, this limited belief system was causing me to subconsciously push wealth away. Once I realized that, I started to walk the streets of New York and just say the mantra, which would reverse that belief system, which is the creator wants me to have everything.
That mantra, I like how you said that. It reversed that. You know what I'm saying? The creator wants me to have everything. How many of y'all believe in mantras out there? How many of y'all believe in these words, you know what I'm saying, as you enchant them, that they create these frequencies in your life that change your reality? I definitely do. I believe it because if you look in the hood right now, man, we say some of the heinous things right now in the hood every day. You feel me? I'm talking about every day. One of the most famous sayings is people die every day, B. I'm so tired of that. People saying that people die every day, B. No, people just don't die. Yeah, everybody gotta die. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers killing people. That's one of the dumbest things, man. Once they lift their consciousness, people just ain't gonna be dying every day. Motherfuckers gonna be living for a reason and with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be living for a reason and with a purpose. But saying these mantras to yourself, the creator wants me to have everything. That your cells react to that, you know? Every cell in a person's body, it reacts to the individual's thought, the emotion, and the words. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta notice about yourself. Words are powerful. I heard somebody say the other day I was listening to Big 30. You feel me? Watching the Big 30 interview. And Big 30 said something like, you know, he was like, he won a Grammy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He won an award. The young dude that was with him on the interview was like, no, say you're going to get the award. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say you want to win one. Say you're going to get it, because actually what Big 30 was doing was speaking a mantra. You know, believe it or not, that's what he was doing. He was speaking a mantra, gang. You know, and that same mantra that he just spoke, he got to believe in it. He got to believe in what he's saying. Simple. That's basically what he's saying.
The creator wants me to have wealth and beautiful children and a healthy lifestyle. And all of it's possible. There is no limitation. Because the creator is infinite. We're meant to become like the creator. That's our spiritual birthright. So I'm the one that's limiting this energy from coming in.
You were blocking it.
I was blocking it.
Which we always do, gang. We be the ones that limit that energy that come in. Ourselves, we be the ones that limit the energy, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, we limit that because of our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We limit the energy that we receive from the universe because of our thoughts, whether it's good or bad, whether, you know, we believe it or not. A lot of times we be festing good energy, but then due to our belief system, you know what I'm saying? It'll go down the drain, and the only thing come towards us is negative energy. You got to remember that, man. That's why it's best to always push somebody to their peak, not tear them down to they last. You know what I'm saying? It's best to push them to their peak and not tear them down to their last.
It was an awareness, it sounds like. Okay, I'm aware that I'm creating this block. I'm saying these things. My vessel is limited. I'm only 100 watts as opposed to 1,000 watts or 1,000,000 watts of energy right now based on my belief system. So let me shift the belief system within me by being aware.
And that's one thing. People ain't aware of what they bring in their life. You know what I'm saying? I can admit that I wasn't aware that, you know, everything I was thinking of, I was manifesting all these realities, these different realities, you know, different life forms that I was living day to day. I didn't have no clue I was manifesting that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no clue that what I was thinking was manifesting these things, gang. You know, it took some time to learn that, though. Like I said, this ain't no overnight knowledge. This definitely ain't no overnight knowledge.
Start reinforcing it with some type of mantra. Maybe I don't believe it right away, but I'm going to start to believe it by reminding myself that this is possible. Right. How does someone start to believe something is possible when they've never created it for themselves?
That's a beautiful question.
That's a crazy question. How do you believe something is possible when you never created it for yourself? How do somebody go about believing that something is possible when you never created it for yourself? When, you know, you never was taught how to believe that that was possible in your life? Or how can you go about believing, you know, the good in your life when all you was shown was the bad? That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he can answer it, though.
How does somebody believe something is possible when they haven't created it for themselves?
It's possible for me to make $1 million, or possible for me to become financially free when I've never created it and I've always been broke.
There's two ways to do that.
Good question.
Number one, people think that it's very difficult to get there, and it's actually much easier. Your body is, and your mind and your soul are very compliant. If you say something over and over again, and it's so simple, I don't want to overcomplicate spirituality.
Listen.
If you say something, a mantra over and over again, even if you're faking it in the beginning, your body, your mind, and your soul will comply with that vibration, and then you will do actions that will be closer to that vibration, and they will reinforce each other.
That right there was cold knowledge, gang. You heard him. That was cold knowledge, you know. But another question to piggyback off of that, how many of us was taught that, though? How many of us was taught that back in the days? Or, you know what I'm saying, how many of our OGs or our ancestors was taught this. Now, don't get it twisted. A lot of ancestors out there do have this type of knowledge. They know what's up. But the newer generations, they don't got this knowledge, gang. There was no way, shape, form, and fashion for them to find this knowledge. Wasn't nobody around to drop this type of A-bomb on us. You know what I'm saying? So, like he said, even if you faking it in the beginning, your body will start to, you know what I'm saying, align with that. Your body will start to align with that. Your spirit will start to align with that. And then the universe will start sending events, sending reality events, you know, to shape that for you. So knowing this knowledge and applying it is wisdom. Like I always say, you know, wisdom is the action you take once you learn the knowledge that you receive. You got to apply the damn knowledge somewhere in your life, right? Once you take that wisdom step and you apply, you quantum jump, then you start seeing changes. Then you start seeing shifts. Then you start seeing a difference. You know what I'm saying? In the way you live, in the way you see things, in the way you perceive things too. Because a lot of times, the only reason you're going through what you're going through right now is because of the way you perceive it, the way you're looking at it, you know? And it's a whole nother way to look at it. It's a good and a bad. It's a yin and a yang. So, you know, I like how he pointed that out and he answered the question right away. Like, you know, he didn't even.
So what
it was simple.
I do
Simple.
really every day is I just ask myself, what is the highest vibration I need to get to? I see the delta of where I'm at now and where I need to get to.
What is
and
the
I just keep
highest
hitting
vibration?
that point over and over and over again, incessantly until all of me complies with it. And it happens every
What is your
time. How do you
highest
hit that
vibration
point when you're feeling
that
depressed?
you need to hit to? What is your highest vibration you need to get to? What is your highest pinnacle in life you need to reach? You know what I'm saying? Conscious wise, to break the barrier of, you know, being so negative, being so harsh towards people, not want to help people, not giving a lending hand or a helping hand towards anybody. I see so many people right now today, gang, out here in this world where I live at, you feel me, in the Midwest. They won't help nobody for nothing. They'll ride past a motherfucker on the ground. And they literally see, oh yeah, he hungry, he starving, he ain't got nowhere to go, clothes fucked up, shoes fucked up. You think they finna offer them something? They ain't got nothing for them. They not offering them a thing. But my thing is this, what instill that hate in a person's heart? What instill that jealousy? What instill that envy? What instills that in a person's heart, you know? I just gotta wonder, like, man, because everybody ain't like that.
Completed or down. That brings me to the second thing. Every single week, I try to find people who have already achieved what I'm trying to achieve and spend time with them,
Right.
add value to them, and serve them. Because Kabbalah explains it's a universal law.
Before I pause it, he talking about that Kabbalah. I don't know if y'all study y'all Kabbalah, but, you know.
If you add value to someone or serve them in a way that makes their life better, you draw from them their positive qualities, traits, and vibration.
How many of y'all do that, man? There's people around you can draw from them they positive qualities, they traits and vibrations. You know, how many of y'all do that? Because everybody that we know, they got some good qualities about them, some good positive vibrations and frequencies that they carry with them on a day-to-day basis. But how many of us can resonate with somebody and get that from them? You know what I'm saying? Because energy is transferable, whether it's good or bad, whether it's negative or positive. But how many of y'all can transfer that positive energy from somebody that you around, you know, that's like-minded, that, you know, do the similar things you do, that's conscious like yourself, and you can transfer that energy and use it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe help somebody else down the line. Like, how many of y'all really do that? I know a good 1,000 don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know a good 2,000 don't do it. Every day you wake up, you either worried about your money ain't come in. Every day you wake up, you worried about another bill that got to get paid. Every day you wake up, you worrying about somebody else hating on you. You worrying about what somebody else doing, what they wearing. You ain't consciously thinking like, yo, let me heighten my conscious. Let me heighten my conscious frequency to be on a level that I never been, to be at my highest self. How many of y'all really try to achieve reaching your highest self in consciousness? You know, that's the goal. That's the goal. That's when you're loving. You love everything around you, from animals to people, you know, to people, even with people with nothing, to your enemy. You start caring. You start cherishing a little more. You start valuing things in life a little more. You know, how many of y'all can really say you reached that pinnacle? You know what I'm saying?
So there's something that I want from Lewis, meaning what do I want? All I want from you is the consciousness you've already created. I want the vibration you've already achieved in your life.
Right.
I want the real wisdom. Because wisdom and consciousness is the one thing I can take from you that become
what it
one
do.
more person that learns from you, the universe then replenishes you with even more wisdom and energy.
Simple. You heard what he said? If I become one more person that learn from you, the universe add more to you or replenish you with more of that energy that you just gave out. You know, in other words, somebody else will call that stealing. Or they just stole my energy. No, that ain't true. If you got a person that learned from what you just dished out, the energy you put out there, gang, the universe is finna replenish you with plenty more of it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be plenty more where that came from. But if you let somebody out there crush the energy that you just tried to put out there in the universe, definitely the positive energy. That's why sometimes you can't be opinionated. You can't listen to what everybody say, gang. Somebody gonna be upset with the things you doing when you know what I'm saying? When you doing good, when you helping people, when you out there, you know, you just doing it out the kindness of your heart. Everybody ain't gonna like that. But that don't mean you gotta take that energy in from them. You keep pushing out that positive energy, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's somebody out there that's learning from that. It's somebody out there that's picking up from the positive energy you putting out there. Trust and believe that. You feel me? Trust and believe that, man.
So as you grow your audience, your wisdom increases because your audience craves more through you.
Right.
And so the creator bestows upon you much more wisdom and energy. And that's the value of growing your audience. And I'll tell people on social media, people are growing their audience because they think, well, that's how I monetize, or that's how I become famous, and the ego gets in. The only intention you should have for growing your audience is you now have all these mini vessels
That
which
you
are
can teach.
craving your wisdom. So what happens is it forces the creator to
So
give
you gotta
the
have some
you-
wisdom to teach. You gotta have some wisdom to teach. You know, like he said, that's the only reason you should be trying to grow your audience, gang. Is to teach. A lot of y'all want to grow your audience, you know what I'm saying, to get financially free, as they call it. You want to check, you know what I'm saying? You want a YouTube channel because you feel like, yo, it's bringing in a lot of money. No, the only reason you should want to grow your audience is to teach those people listening to the wisdom you got. Those people out there, those same people that you're talking to, you know, they come to your channel, support you every day. Basically, they like family now, gang. Those people is hearing you out every day, everything you saying. Some of them relate, some of them don't. Even the ones that don't, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They just here to support. They here to give you that flower. Like, okay, it is what it is. But the moment you take advantage of that, the moment you take that for granted, and that's why gratitude is always practiced. Gratitude is always needed to be practiced because a lot of people, they take the small things in life for granted. You right? You take the people that's supporting you for granted. You take the little help they give you for granted. Don't take that help for granted. It's people out there right now today, my nigga, who can't get that help. It's people, like I said the other day, nigga, if y'all go back and watch my shorts, my nigga, I was helping the homeless, right? And I told y'all, my wife, she came up with this idea. She started making bags, gang. And what we do is we pass the bags out. Waters in there, wipes, toothbrush, toothpaste, little deodorants, food, you feel me, a sandwich or two, granola bar, you know. And we pass those out, like I said, because it's a spot in my city down here off of Elite Street, gang, by the old food share building, where these people is living in tents out there, right? They ain't got nowhere to go. They living in tents out there. Motherfuckers ride past them every day, don't offer them help. People ride past them every day laughing at them. People ride past every day throwing bottles over there where they tents at. Don't nobody stop and help these people. You feel me? One of my ideas I came up with, I'm like, you know what, babe? Since I know Thanksgiving coming up, these people sleeping in tents out there on the street. I know we finna have a luxurious Thanksgiving. Why don't we take our leftovers and feed these people? Ain't nobody else thinking about that. You feel me? Why don't we take our leftovers and feed these people, gang? Real life. Feed them. I don't give a fuck what background I come from. I don't give a fuck how I'm coming. I want to take, you know, whatever I got and feed these people. Now that's consciousness, you know. That's valuing other lives out there that's like mine. You feel me? I know we all are a reflection of each other. So at the end of the day, I'm like, let's feed these people. Because if it was me out there, gang, I want somebody to stop through and drop me off a sandwich. I want somebody to stop through and drop me off a sandwich. I want somebody to come look out for me and, you feel me? To do for me. You know, like, shit, stop it. You know? And people out there, they ain't got nobody. They have nobody out there for them. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody out there for them, gang. That's fucked up. I gotta plug my light in. That's fucked up, you know? And I look at shit like that and I'm like, damn. You know what's even crazier is, and I know somebody called me. I'm on live. I usually always get a call when I'm on live. It'd be crazy. But what's even crazier is, gang, that, you know, people take their time and really pass these people up. They pass these people by, man. You know, it's crazy, man. How's you conscious and you walking right past these people? You ain't offering a helping hand. You know, come on,
You
gang.
become a greater channel. So that should be our intention for growing our audience.
Yeah, how do I serve my community in a deeper way?
Correct.
It's all about service.
It's all about the customer, all about service. And when you have that mindset, everything opens up and grows.
Yeah, of course. What has been the thing that has blocked you in the last year the most? This is something you've been practicing for 20 plus years, 25 years roughly, these spiritual laws, but what's the thing that's still hard for you to break through, or sometimes you forget and you have to be reminded with a painful lesson?
Hey, that was a good question, man. That was a good question. That right there was a good question. You know, because sometimes we break these natural laws with these thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. True. One of the things I've learned is it doesn't matter how long you've been spiritual or you've been working on something or what your past experience has been. Every test you go through is sent to you by the universe that is exactly on your level. The challenger, your opponent, is exactly equal to where you're at in order to get you to your next level. And the only reason the next level isn't comfortable is because it's not your current level. It's a level that you're not familiar with. So of course you don't see it. Of course it's illogical. Of
I
course
gotta
it's
take
dark.
that back. Hold on.
And so what I realized
I gotta take that back.
is exactly equal.
I wanted
You've
to
been
hear that.
spiritual or you've been working on something or what your past experience has been. Every test you go through is sent to you by the universe that is exactly on your level. The challenger, your opponent, is exactly equal to where you're at in order to get you to your next level.
That's different. That's different. That hit different, guy. Basically saying that he ain't gonna put
And
too
the
much
only-
on us that we can't handle. That's basically what I take from that. You know? What I received from that message he just said is that, you know, the universe, the creator, our creator ain't gonna put too much on us we can't handle. He said,
The
listen
reason
to
the
him.
next level
Listen.
you go through
Listen.
is sent to you by the universe that is exactly on your level. The challenger, your opponent, is exactly.
He said the challenges we go through, gang, and the challenges we face is exactly on our level. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing too hard for us. Ain't nothing too soft for us. Everything is leveled out with us. Everything is weighing out with us. That's something different. I didn't know that. You see, I couldn't have known that because a lot of people out here, they complain about so much stuff they go through, so many things they go through as if it's too much for them to handle. You feel me? That's why I probably couldn't peep that. You know, that's probably why. That's probably why I didn't notice that, gang. Let's keep going.
Equal to where you're at in order to get you to your next level. And the only reason the next level isn't comfortable is because it's not your current level. It's a level that you're not familiar with. So of course you don't see it. Of course it's illogical. Of course it's dark. And so what I realized in this year, this has been probably one of my most transformational years, is that
Hold on.
I am such a
Let me go back.
perfectionist.
What he said? I want to hear what he said.
It's not your current level. It's a level that you're not familiar with.
I gotta hear that.
Is exactly equal to where you're at in order to get you to your next level. And the only reason the next level isn't comfortable is because it's not your current level. It's a level that you're not familiar with. So of course you don't see it. Of course it's
So that's
illogical. Of course
basically
it's
saying,
dark.
what he's saying to me is, you feel me, people is comfortable where they at. And the reason I say he's saying that is because he said the universe don't send you no challenges that's not on your same level, right? That's basically what he just said. That's what he said, gang. If we listen to details, the universe don't send you no challenges that's not on your level. Everything that we go through right now, you know, is fit and able for us to handle. And we're gonna see why. I want to know why.
And so what I realized in this,
Let me go back because that was touching. That was some knowledge.
and
That's some knowledge, gang.
you've been spiritual, or you've been working on something, or what your past experience has been, every test you go through is sent to you by the universe that is exactly on your level, that challenge you. Your opponent is exactly equal to where you're at in order to get you to your next level. And the only reason the next level isn't comfortable is because it's not your current level.
Right.
It's a level.
The next level to us ain't comfortable because that's not where we at. You feel me? That's basically what he's saying. The next level that we got to get to in life, your life, whatever life, you know, you're living in right now, the next level will be uncomfortable to you because it's not the level you're at. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that some people will be content with where they at. Some people will. Some people will love being content where they at, gang, because they don't feel comfortable on the next level. They don't feel like they can handle the next challenge in life, which the next challenge in life is something that you can't handle. It's another payload that you can easily handle. You can bench press off your motherfucking back, off your shoulders, you hear me? But a lot of people, they scared to take that next step. A lot of people, they scared to take that next step. They scared to go up the next level, gang, in life. Why? I don't know. But you can achieve it. You can handle it. Every level that's thrown to you, gang, is no more than the last one. Every level that's thrown to you is no more than the last level, gang. You feel me? It's all levels that we can achieve.
Not familiar with. So of course you don't see it. Of course it's illogical. Of course it's dark. And so what
Of course you ain't gonna see the next level, gang, because it's not your level now. You know what I'm saying? Of course you ain't gonna understand the next level you supposed to be at. Of course you ain't gonna understand your next position because it's not your position now. It's not the position you in. It's not the one you're used to. You know, I can't say that. A lot of niggas, they used to the positions they in. A lot of niggas, they get caught up and they get stuck in the positions they in. So when it's time to go to the next level, they don't want to level up. They comfortable. They said, look, I'm good here. I'm straight. I know what it look like here. I know, you know, what to expect on this level. I know how far I can go. I know what I can achieve. I know what I can lose. You feel me? No, my nigga, I want every level. You know, that's the goal. The goal is to achieve every level and conquer every level. That's the goal. That's my goal. That should be your goal out there, gang. Your goal should be to achieve every level, every potential level of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Level up, as they say, boss up. The only way to do that is bossing yourself up for real and facing your fears, you know? The only way to do that is bossing yourself up for real and facing your fears. Going out there, facing your challenges. Going out there, you know, showing the world you ain't scared, showing the world what you made of. Because 9 times out of 10, you got a spark in you, gang. You know? 9 times out of 10, you got a spark in you, gang. I ain't had it. I ain't had nobody telling me that, like, gang, you got a spark. You know, motherfuckers said that with that music, but at the end of the day, man, it's more potential in you than whatever it is that you do that people, you know, that they own you for, that they jocking you for. There's more to you than that. It takes for an intricate motherfucker to run across you and expose that and put it out there in the world so they can see it.
Realizing this year, this has been probably one of my most transformational years, is that I am such a perfectionist. Sure, maybe you can relate.
You look perfect, man. You got perfect hair. You got perfect outfit. Everything's like put together, man. You look good.
Oh, thank you. I am such a perfectionist that everything I do, I've always felt has to be the best. And this was the year I realized that part of why I'm trying to always be the best is I don't want to let other people down. I have to kind of give off this persona because I'm representing spirituality and I don't want to make spirituality look bad. So I have to have everything put together.
Plus, you got a big business. You want to make sure your employees, your team, your investors, whatever it might be, customers feel like you're credible as well.
Correct.
So if some sloppy human being walking around.
Correct. I can't be sloppy externally or internally. But what I realized was that what that was causing was a lot of guilt and shame every time I fell short of the mark I needed to be at, or the expectations I put on myself. And then what was happening was the guilt and the shame was creating much more negativity than all the things I was trying to perfect.
Right.
So guilt and shame lowers your vibration more than any other mistake you make. People make mistakes like, I don't know, let's say you're in a relationship and you say something to your spouse, or to your girlfriend or boyfriend that hurts them or upsets them, and you feel bad about it. That was one moment in time where you created a little negative energy. But the guilt and shame that we carry after making a mistake is a million times the negative energy because it's constant. Every second you hold on to guilt and shame is another moment you're injecting negative energy.
Hey,
So
let me go back.
the test,
Cause he popping now, gang. I had to blow my snotty ass nose. He popping.
down.
A lot of us had that.
You can relate.
They look perfect,
Where
man.
we feel like we're gonna let people down. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like, okay, I want everybody that believe in me to know that I'm going in, I'm going crazy, I'm going ham.
And this was the year I realized that part of why I'm trying to always be the best is I don't want to let other people down. I have to.
Gang, we all had that. We all go through that. We don't want to let nobody else down. You feel me? We don't want to, we don't want the people that's leaning on us, that's depending on us to see that we fail. Because a lot of times we go through failure, gang, and we take that the wrong way. When we should have took that failure as a lesson. It was a lesson to, to teach us how to bounce back. It was a lesson to show us that, hey, yo, all the time you ain't gonna win, Hey, yo, if you put your mind to it and you focus, with all your intentions, good intentions, then all the time you possibly could win. You feel me? But
kind of
it depends on your belief.
Persona, because I'm representing spirituality, and
depends
I don't
on
want
you
to make spirituality look bad. So I have to have everything put together. I have
Plus, you got a big business. You want to make sure your employees, your team, your investors, whatever it might be, customers feel like you're credible as well.
correct.
Don't
correct.
take
So
failure the
sloppy
wrong
human
way.
being.
Walking around.
Correct. I can't be sloppy externally or internally. But what I realized was that what that was causing was a lot of guilt and shame every time I fell short of the mark I needed to be at, or the expectations I put on myself.
Right.
And then what was happening was the guilt and the shame was creating much more negativity.
Because a lot of us, we have guilt and we have shame that we go through when we don't complete a task, when we don't, fully meet the expectations of ourselves or somebody else. I never understood that, like me, gang. I'm not reaching for nobody else's expectation. If it's not my own expectation, I'm not reaching for your expectation. I'm not reaching for the heights of your expectation of how you expected me to be. I'm literally not. At the end of the day, it's about what I believe in. And right now, we in the times of the days where everybody got to build up the motherfucking selves. Like, gang, don't nobody believe in nothing. Everybody believe in what they see, and that's fucked up. So you got to put some motherfucking belief in yourself, build up yourself, be self-motivated, be your own gas, be your own driven vessel, you know what I'm saying, that drive others, that help drive others. That's what I had to learn how to be. I had to learn how to be my own motivation. I had to learn how to be my own inspiration, gang. At some point or another, whether it's people watching, even when people ain't watching, I got to be my own inspiration. I still got to give that same message. That same intention that's coming from my heart still got to be the same intention. I still got to feel it. You feel me? With all my heart. Some of y'all got to do the same thing, gang. You fail when you start expecting things, from the things you do. Sometimes you got to do shit just because you doing it. Sometimes you got to do shit just because you doing it and just have that vibe about it. Like, yo, look, I'm doing it just because. I ain't doing it for no reason. And a lot of times, a lot of motherfuckers put that money title behind the reason why they doing it. Oh, I'm doing it for the bag. I heard a nigga say that, like, gang, I did this for money. I'm doing this for money. You think I ain't doing this for the money? You doing it for the money. That's why you doing it. Nigga, you don't know what their intentions is or why they doing something. Can't nobody on planet Earth tell another man or another woman their intentions, of why they doing something. Like, yo, this the reason you doing it, and I know it is. You don't know. You don't know what the fuck they could be doing that for. You don't know if they mama sick, they grandma sick. You don't know if they already rich and they just want to do something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if they got a plan on something. If like, come on, gang. That's one thing I never do. My intention's not like that, gang. Your intention's got to be good. That's the thing.
And all the things I was trying to perfect. So guilt and shame lowers your vibration more than any other mistake you make.
Yes,
People
it does.
make mistakes, like, I don't know, let's say you're in a relationship and you say something to your spouse or to your girlfriend or boyfriend that hurts them or upsets them, and you feel bad about it. That was one moment in time where you created a little negative energy. But
You heard him? That was one moment in time you created that negative energy. And a lot of y'all don't know that. No matter what it is that you go through in life, gang, you create some negative energy somewhere down the line because, yo, you, like he said, you might be in a relationship, say something to your spouse that you didn't mean. You know what I'm saying? It sort of triggered them the wrong way. Okay, it is what it is. But now that feeling that you get from that when you triggered them and they say what they say, and now you feeling some type of like, damn, I ain't even trying to make a motherfucker feel bad. I ain't trying to come off like that. You know, that you carrying that frequency of, you know, whatever vibration that is from that feeling that you thinking about, that shit carry negative energy. It carries a negative energy, gang. Whether you believe it or not, it carries a negative energy. And now that negative energy, my nigga, it creates all type of open doors within yourself that you don't even know about. So a lot of times you got to learn to let go. You got to learn to detach from all those problems and all those blames. You know what I'm saying? I see people blame themselves every day for some gang. Detach from all those blames in your life. Walk away from that shit. The moment you detach yourself from the blames and the pains and the worries and the hurts, gang, you'll be able to live a little freer. You'll be able to have a little more freedom, you know, within your life. Like, I ain't lying.
but the guilt and shame that we carry after making a mistake is a million times the negative energy because it's constant.
Yeah.
Every second you hold on to guilt and shame is another moment you're injecting
So it
negative
stacks.
energy. So the test
This
is
shit like a Black Myth Wukong. It stacks. That shit stacked like 15 times. You feel me? Each effect stacked. That's crazy. So basically what he said is the negativity or whatever, you know, negative that's done, whatever frequency that it's carrying, it stacks. The more you think about it, it stacks. So that's like you done something in your past, right? You guilty of it. That shit stacks. And the frequency stacks and the frequency stacks until this shit becomes a monster. That's basically what he's saying. So, you know, we've been programmed to think like this, gang. You know, that's crazy. We've been programmed a lot of times to think like this and believe these ways, gang, but anyway, man, that's my time, man. I will be back at y'all, man. The wife calling. I gotta go.